I'm Matthew Patrick, otherwise known as MatPat. I am the personality behind Game Theory, the Game Theorist, Film Theorist, and GT Live. Hey, I'm MatPat from the Game Theorist and the Film Theorist, and welcome to my home and to where the magic happens. Here, come on, I'll show you around. So it started coming up on 5 years ago at this point. Stephanie and I were living in New York, and Stephanie was in grad school. I was touring around as an actor and director in theater.
Hello, my name is Matthew Patrick, and this is It Takes Two from Hairspray.
And kind of came to realize that theater wasn't an industry that I was interested in anymore, was one that wasn't going to provide me creative satisfaction. I wanted to transition. This was in the middle of like the bottom of the recession. No one was really willing to take a chance on me. And so as a means of kind of bolstering my resume and showing people, hey, I'm a smart kid, I can write, I can edit, I can create things that people want to watch, I started the YouTube channel. I was watching another show at the time called Extra Credits, and one of their episodes was all about tangential learning. You know, the stuff that you kind of pick up in the background as you play a video game. And I'm like, well, why isn't there a show that does that explicitly and explains the cultural references and that explains like the science and math that you're seeing in the game, but does it in a fun and interesting way?
The Halo energy sword then takes this soup and controls it using magnets, shaping the superheated gas around the blades of the weapon.
And so that's really how it began, was kind of as a portfolio piece. And it worked, but then it worked really well, and here we are today. Did you see the golden play button? It's pretty awesome. Hey, so we have Stephanie, my wife. To much confusion on the live stream, she is indeed my wife, but she's also my channel partner. She helps with scripts, she runs all the background business, all the contracts, all the financing and making sure that everyone gets paid properly. Also all our consulting stuff, a lot of stuff.
It's pretty busy.
We got Jason, say hey Jason. Jason does stuff too. Jason is our head of production. He's responsible for all the uploads, metadata, thumbnails. He runs the live stream every day. Thanks, buddy. You're doing good work. It's good to have you here. Jason, myself, Stephanie will sit down at the beginning of every week and basically map out, here's where we're at this week, here's the videos that we have in process, here's which ones need to get done, are gonna get uploaded this week, when are we expecting other deadlines, and here are the ones for further out.
Sometimes it's how far behind are we?
Yeah.
Where do we have to put out the fires? But it's always really productive to sit down and actually figure out what needs to get done.
Each video that you upload has to have two purposes. For instance, on Game Theory, our meta theories about like YouTube and why PewDiePie is so famous, those tend to be the highest subscription drivers for the channel. If we're doing like a Five Nights at Freddy's or Mario, we know that is the wheelhouse of our audience. Those are ones that not only are we passionate about, but our fans are passionate about. And then you have other ones that might not necessarily be our core audience base, but are riding popular search trends. But anyway, let me show you where the new edition is, which we're really excited about. We've been playing around with it for the last couple months. This is the game room. This is where we're doing all of our live streams 5 days a week, every weekday. It's called GT Live. We've made this into kind of our own like production studio, our shooting studio, so we get a chance to hang out with you guys. A lot of complicated stuff here. Jason earning his money, having to deal with this stuff. But it's fun. It's really rewarding to do. So if you haven't tried it, check it out. So today we're playing Impossible Quiz 2. Jason, can you please pull that up? So it's a Milky Way. If you're a longtime viewer of the Theorists channels, you probably know I mention a lot that I record in the closet.
I am literally sitting under a desk in Australia right now, in a tent made of blankets and pillows.
People have asked me whether that's a joke. It's not. Get ready. You're about to see the closet. Come on in, come on in. My recording studio, the closet. Look, it even has my little sign. Matthew's recording studio. It's a slightly bigger closet than when I started, which is nice. But you do it in the closet to dampen the sound. I used to have to do it right here. and I would have like the laptop right here, I would have the microphone positioned right here. But that's really about it. A lot of time is spent on emails, writing scripts, researching, communicating with people, talking on the phone, and outside of maybe the occasional green screen, that's really the extent of the production. There you go. You can do it in the comfort of your own home, quite honestly. Steph and I will talk about this a lot of times where we'll be like, hey, remember those days when you first crossed 1,000 views? Remember those days where you got like those first 100 comments or whatever, and you would read and respond to every single one. And I remember getting feedback from people in those early days, and especially in the comments, where they're like, normalize your audio. And I'm like, what is audio normalization? What is this thing? I don't know this. From audio normalization to, hey, how does a TriCaster work, where we are today, like, it's always learning and it's always growing. And that's the beauty of working in this space.
Matt and Steph, you guys ready?
Hey guys, and welcome to GT Live. Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory. Boom.